The show will be done in about 40 minutes, but before we get to the end of it, well, we have more that's coming up. And right now, we want to talk in nutrition. And today on the nutrition segment, we want to be talking about, for business men and women, what should they pay attention to as far as nutrition is concerned, in terms of their lifestyles, in terms of what their demands are, and so on. Akosia Kunedu Yadom, a state-registered nutritionist, has joined us once again in the studio, and she's going to help us to get into this conversation. Good morning.
Good morning.
Akosia. How are you?
I'm fine. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Thank you to us.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so nutrition for business men and women. What are we looking at?
Okay, so we'll have it broken down into 4 categories.
Okay.
So as business people, obviously you need to use a lot of your head or your brain. And so we'll focus on that. Anything that will keep your brain as healthy as it could be for you to be able to think. Yes. So we have relaxation. We'll focus on that, because as entrepreneurs or as business people, sometimes even time to relax is a problem. And we get to know some of the foods that can help us as far as making us relax is concerned. And then energy. We all run on energy, and like I said, as a business person, you are using your brain, unlike somebody who enters an establishment and everything is already structured. If you're an entrepreneur or a business person, you have to be thinking.
Think more creatively
you
than
have
most
to,
people
yes. So
would,
you need to make sure that as far as your energy concerns are concerned, you are paying attention to certain nutrients. And then for brain health, obviously, and then we'll give general tips to stay healthy as a business person, so you can keep creating more of cities, more of other places, so that at least you can help the government as far as making sure people find something to do is concerned. So relaxation. Now, magnesium-rich foods, zinc-rich foods, all the B vitamins are also good as far as helping you. They are nutrients needed for decompressing. So after a hard day's work, you need to shut down, you need to retire, and there is a need for you to be deliberate about some of these nutrients, because something like a nutrient like magnesium helps with the release of the hormone melatonin, which is very, 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 very critical for relaxation. So you need to make sure that whatever you are putting in you is something that's going to help you as a businesswoman, as a businessman. This can go for those who cannot take some of the examples of the foods we have. And so if you can have liver, if you can have the leafy greens, if you can have some of the foods based on potato, tomatoes, fish, shrimps, what have you, nut seeds, avocado, if you can have them, and there is a need for supplementation to be done, you need to discuss with your physician and then a nutritionist, so that you can all conclude as to even the milligrams or dosages to use. So if you can go with the examples I mentioned, the shrimps, some of the seafoods, avocado and what have you, then you can have that. Where there is a depletion, because maybe you are thinking even more than the president, then we'll need to help you with supplementation, and then we will come in. So make sure you are improving on your nutrient magnesium, the B vitamins. And as a matter of fact, if you're eating a healthy meal or a balanced meal, it is always easier for you to make sure that you are satisfying your need for all these nutrients. Because if you're having fruits every day, definitely today I may go for watermelon. Watermelon is excellent as far as magnesium is concerned. So if you are taking a balanced meal where you have fruits and vegetables being part of your meals, the staples or what we call the carbohydrates being part of your meals, if you have the animal protein and products being part of your meals, essential fats and certain other components like salt, iodized salt, and then all that, and then the pulses, nuts and seed category or families, they are excellent sources of magnesium also in the B vitamins. They will help you to make sure that all the nutrients I mentioned as far as relaxation is concerned, for the release of the hormone melatonin to take place, you are satisfying your need. Now the second one is energy. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, they are very, very, very crucial as far as helping with your mood, happiness is concerned. As business people, maybe COVID and what have you, the economy, fuel prices spiking is making you always on the edge or agitated, you have to take care of your mood. And some of these foods will help you to release these hormones which are responsible for putting you in a good mood. You need energy. We are running on energy. I'm running on energy. You are running on energy. Koku was speaking very, very well downstairs. You can imagine the energy levels she's using downstairs. Yes. So you need to make sure you are replenishing appropriately. You need to make sure you are focusing on some of these things, because the concern for business people here, as far as this discussion is concerned, is to make sure we are releasing specific nutrients to meet specific needs. And so the first one for relaxation, this for energy, vitamin C foods. So we have the citric family foods. Vitamin A, I'm stressing on beta carotene. Example being carrots. Like I said, if you're having a balanced meal where you are making good use of the vegetables we have here, you can improve on some of your needs for these. Vitamin D, exposure to sunlight. If you are of old age and it's difficult and you have calcium depletion as well, menopausal age, osteoporosis and what have you, need to make sure that proper supplementation is done for you, and so you need to do that. So the 8 nutrients: vitamin C, A, D, E, iron, selenium, folate, and then zinc. Very crucial as far as you even improving on your immune system is concerned, because you need your immunity, and then to make sure that you are able to go now straight into the brain health. We have vitamin K, lutein, folate, beta carotene is here again, but I would want to focus on the folate. Every leafy green available to you, every pulses, plant protein, animal protein source will supply you. Iron folate combination works excellently to improve on it. And then for the brain, you need to be deliberate about omega-3 fatty acids. Now, for some people or individuals with age and the level of loads you are carrying on your head and the level you use your brain, you need to make sure that your brain is improved on. And so supplementation may come in as well. If, for instance, salmon, excellent source of omega-3, but there are people who may not be able to take it, and the issue of my blood group and it's not allowing me to take this and that. Yes, you need to make sure. For some people, for instance, my blood group says I shouldn't take milk, but milk that hasn't killed me ever since. And so I always tell you to listen to your body, but where there are issues and you will need to be mindful of certain things, supplementation may need to come in. So vitamin K, vitamin E, lutein, folate, and then omega-3. For the brain, I will vouch for omega-3 because you need your brain to be able to think, to be able to memorize, and that will help. And then general tips, I'll quickly run through it. Eat a balanced diet. I've spoken about the 4-star diet this morning. Make sure it has the staples or the carbs. It has the fruits and vegetables in there. It has, so example of what you're having for breakfast on the table, everything displayed. You've done so well, and I'm proud to be here. And this is my 4th year too, so at least City is also doing something by serving healthy breakfast. If you should go through whatever they are doing from the omelette, you can see that there are fruits and vegetables in there. And so that will pass for the fruits and vegetable family. And then the egg is a animal protein or product. An egg is a first-class protein, a superfood for that matter as far as health is concerned. And so you also serving goodness there for whatever is what is going on there. We have sausages today, cheat. Yes, I'm you are allowed to cheat, but it shouldn't be something we are doing all over the place. And then avoid skipping meals. You do your 3 squares. If you're a pregnant woman, you do your extra plus the 3 squares. If you are lactating, you do another extra, because don't worry about baby fat. Once you are breastfeeding as a business person, and even the fact that you are really using your brain, you'll be able to shed that weight off. And then take at least a fruit a day. Like I said, if you are taking a fruit a day, you'll be conscious. Watermelon will deliberately make sure you have your need as far as magnesium met. And so that is also good. Stay well hydrated. You need 4 of this. A day for somebody who is more sedentary. If you are an athlete, a business person, an athlete, somebody who is on the field exerting a lot of energy, if you are lactating, if you're pregnant, you can do 6 of this, and that will be good for you. But there are some people, there may be a need for more. If you're a business person into constructions, obviously you will use a lot. And then you have a nutrition assessment done on you. I would say that twice a year will work for you, because there are people who don't even know their blood pressure. if you should ask them.
What would the nutritionist be assessing?
Okay, so we'll check your vitals. That is the normal vitals when you go to the hospital, they check. But a nutritionist will go further and have your waist circumference checked. We'll have your hip circumference checked so that we can know your waist to hip, to know the level of fat in there and how susceptible you are to contracting CVDs or cardiovascular diseases like heart attacks and what have you. And then a nutritionist will go further to check your BMI, your body mass index, to know if you fall within the healthy ranges and where there are issues. As a business person, you need to make sure you are staying healthy. If you're overweight or obese, your chances of having certain health conditions will be high, including BP. And from the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, the number of cases killing Ghanaians coming there. It's diabetes and hypertension. Hypertension is number one, followed by diabetes. So you need to make sure that the pressure, the stress will go a long way to affect even how your heart works. And so you should take responsibility over your health as far as whatever you are doing is concerned. And then once you consult a nutritionist, these checks will be done. If there is a need for your lipids level to be checked to know if your bad cholesterol levels are here, and so we need to do A, B, C, D, all that will be done for you so that as you make money, you make sure that your health is as richer as it can also be. And then you pay attention to your BP and your blood sugar. I want to stress on these two because of the damage it is causing. And then limit your alcohol intake. Now, alcohol, I want to talk about it. There are people, that's the last. There are people who, no matter what you say, they would want to do it. If you can do a shot or two, a shot for a woman a day, 2 shots for a man, that's your limit. That can give you some benefits. For instance, red wine will help you with resveratrol, which is very good as far as your heart health is concerned. So if you are doing it within the acceptable ranges, then it is good. But there are people who can finish bottles of beers and what have you. They need to make sure that you are paying attention to it because there can be brain injury. You can have memory issues if you are stuck in alcohol. And then you need to your nervous system is properly taken care of because you are nothing without a healthy nervous system. Exercise and then rest well.
Wow. Now, I just have a couple of questions. First of all, the BMI. It's your weight over your height squared.
In meters square.
Yes. Now, what I am wondering about is, what if you are somebody who hits the gym? And you have low body fat but more muscle. Would the BMI still not indicate that you're overweight? Now,
so if health is evolving, nutrition, you wake up today, they say egg yolk is bad. Tomorrow, another research comes out. So you need to really be on top of your game. BMI alone is not enough. Thank you for the question. You need to also know your body type. And on this segment, we've discussed body types. You can either be an ectomorph, where you lose easily, but you gain faster. A mesomorph, where you are in between. Losing faster, gaining faster. And those people, they can really lead you on because tomorrow they are bigger, the following day they are losing it. And then we have the endomorphs who struggle to lose weight, like my mom. So I'm an ectomorph. I'll use myself, I'll use Benadafle. We are ectomorphs. My mom is an endomorph.
I'm a mesomorph. I figured
so you can
it
easily
comes on, easily
go. So we should factor that also into weight. And then family history has a factor to play. My mom has always been like that. From infancy, you see her pictures and go like, oh, you were born like this. So that can also be a reason, because you check my mom's blood sugar and she might even have a healthier levels than me, who is an ectomorph. So you need to factor a lot of things. Like you said, there are people from family with bigger bones and more muscles. And so various reasons will factor.
Okay. The last one I wanted to ask was about alcohol. So when you say a shot or 2 a day max will be okay, are you which particular are you looking at a whiskey? Are you looking at a wine? What alcohol? Because I know that the percentage levels per shot will be different. You know.
So when I speak about shot, I'm looking at the hard liquors. So like the examples you gave, so like tequila, so a shot for a woman,
vodka,
and then 2 for a man. I don't want to talk about beer, but I am tempted to talk about it. A bottle for a woman is okay. If a man, you can do a bottle God bless you. Because at the end of the day, it's your own health. But if you can stay away from it because of the damage it does to your brain injury can be something that is serious. And then if you have your memory and you are your brain. So if it's going to affect you and you have health conditions as well, as a business person, you need to take care.
Business people are particularly notorious when it comes to...
I know, right? They eat anytime.
Anyway, so thank you very much. How do people get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram or DM me at The Nutritionist Akosia, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Nutritionist Akosia, and you can WhatsApp me on 0243 350206.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Always a pleasure.
So we'll be speaking with Akosia Kunedu Iyadong, a state-registered nutritionist, on nutrition for businessmen and women.